Hello everybody, Glasshalf Dead here, and yes, it's my turn to say a few things about Prophecy of the Wolf. Now, obviously, I'm coming in like a week late. Everybody else has already had their say. They've already looked at it. They've already said, oh, is this worth it? Is this a good way to get into the game? What is this? Etc. Now it's me. Now, for those of you that don't know, I will quickly preface this. I don't play 40k yet. I play Kill Team. As somebody looking to get into 40k, I'm looking at this box and I'm thinking, is it worth it? So Space Wolves have interested me at times. So let's talk a little bit about the Space Wolves, but then Orcs also interest me. But we'll talk about them in a second. No, you know what? We're going to start with the Orcs. Let's start with the Orcs because they're actually a bit of a positive for me. As somebody that doesn't know 40k, I'm looking at Gazcol. That's a huge model. I think that's one size bigger than a Dreadnought size base. No, or maybe it is a Dreadnought size base. Either way, it's pretty chunky. And he's a big model, and I feel like, okay, I get knobs. Knobs are a great kit. There's lots in there. There's lots I could do with that. Very orky, great. Mega knobs. A lot of people have issues with mega knobs because they're such an expensive kit for only 3 models. But they're such lovely models. Honestly, I'm okay with it. And getting a discount on the mega knobs, really, really good. So I'm okay with the Orc showing. You get a new model, looks really cool, big, worth the money. You know, bigger the better, size matters, all that stuff. Knobs. If I were to ever run an Orc army, I don't like Orc boys, so I'd probably make them, you know, super ineffective and fluffy and not good. But I'd probably run a lot of knobs instead of Orc boys. And mega knobs, awesome, cool. So, is it a good entry point to Orcs? Probably not. No. Unless you're going super fluffy. But GW does assume that everyone is super fluffy. So it kind of makes sense from GW's perspective. Also, obviously, there's this whole narrative about how Orcs are getting bigger and stronger. And so the normal boys, they're not, but are practically under Gazcall, they're all knobs or something like that. They're not. I'm aware of the fluff. I'm just saying. You could argue that the regular knobs are boys. It's a thing. Okay. So as somebody looking to get into 40k, if I was looking to get into Orcs, this is a possible purchase for me. I could see that. Let's look at the Space Wolves. Okay, let's take a close look at Ragnar. So, Ragnar here. Okay, Ragnar Blackmane is a Space Wolf who is oh, I hate the model, guys. I really don't like it. So, I'm going to show you Gazcall as well. Everybody else has mentioned this. We all know it. But they're... Okay, you know how everybody makes the joke of like I think it's based on Christianity or Catholicism or whatever, of how do you know who's in charge? Whoever has the biggest hat is the most important person, right? GW has changed it now. They've looked at that paradigm and said, no, that's not for us. And instead, whoever is jumping off the biggest piece of terrain is whoever's in charge, right? So, and that sounds like a joke, right? But hold on. If we look at this guy, I believe, is the leader because he's the guy that's pointing. He is stood on terrain. His foot is on a little bit of rock. So you know he's the leader. Ragnar is on a bigger bit of rock. So you know he's above him. That's literally how GW works. It's so bad. But then also looking over at Gazcall, he's not on the floor. He's like a 5,000-ton orc armor monstrosity. And he's not on the floor. What? Maybe if they had made the walls of terror out of whatever this material is, it wouldn't have fallen. Ooh, sick. Okay, let's go back to Ragnar. No, let's go back to the Space Wolves half of this box. This is so bad. Okay, first off, Space Wolves are known for their ferocity. And you've given them Infiltrators as The guys that don't make noise. What? Okay, so Space Wolves have, I think, two iconic, unique to them units that would have gone brilliantly here. Blood Wolves? No, Blood Pack? Blood Claws. I suppose you could have gone Long Fangs, but that would have been, but nah, that's fine. So Blood Claws, Long Fangs, Wolfen. You could have put any of those three in here. They would have been super fluffy. It would have been like, yep, these are Space Wolves, cool. GW didn't do that because they are obviously phasing out Mini Marines. I can appreciate that. I understand GW wants to get past them, and so isn't going to release them in any of these box sets anymore. Fine. So they give us Infiltrators. Okay. Fine. A lot of people have too many Intercessors, too many Hellblasters, blah, blah, blah. So they went with the newest kit. The newest dual kit. Okay. I can accept it. But why didn't they give you the Primaris upgrade sprue? What? They have a Space Wolves Primaris upgrade sprue. It's tiny. It's this big. It's like it's nothing. Why would they not put that in this box? It's insane. I think GW is taking the piss out of Space Wolves players at this point. I don't get it. If you are a Space Wolf player, and I think everyone can agree with this, just buy Ragnar on eBay. You don't need the rest of the kit at all. And I think a lot of people are going to be buying Ragnar off eBay because the Space Wolf side of this is crap. But the Orc side is really quite nice. Anyway, let's do a quick value check on this. So if you were to just buy, yes, it's only 3 units. If you were looking at this whole thing, they trick you a bit, don't they? They trick you. It's like, oh, that's a lot of models. That's not too bad, is it? Yeah. It's 3 units. And it would cost you £90 and 50p. Now, of course, you also want to spend another £10 to get the Space Wolves upgrade sprue. But let's not count that. It's fine. So, if you are seriously looking, you're spending £15 to get 2 special characters. Now, if you collect Space Wolves and Orcs, this is obviously a must-buy set. No problem, obviously. However, if you just want one of the two, this is a really bad set. As somebody that's looking to get into 40k, this set is practically a no for me. Well, no, if I was looking at Space Wolves, this is 100% no. If I'm looking at Orcs, this is also a no, just because I think the market for Infiltrators and Ragnar Blackmanes is going to be so oversaturated that I wouldn't be able to sell them on eBay. So I just lose money, and I may as well just buy the Orc side of this set on eBay if I want to get it. So this entire set is actually just a big fail for me, which is a real shame, because if this had been a little bit better, I may well have bought it and gone Orcs in 40k. Yeah, I think Gazgul's an awesome looking model. I would definitely play him, but the Space Wolf side is just nothing. I think, honestly, what they should have done, I'm just going to say it, is thrown in another squad of Wolfen. There you go. I know GW will never do that, as already stated. They're no longer using Mini Marines. Fine. I just don't know why they didn't do it. Anyway, my takeaway is that this box, not really worth its value. I also, just on a fluff perspective, this is completely made up. Like this pairing. Space Wolves. Firstly, Space Wolves already got a set earlier in the year. Tooth and Claw, I think it was, with Gene Stealer Colts. Space Wolves and Orcs. What? I'm so confused. Orcs can be paired with so many factions, like Blood Angels, obviously. Tau, obviously. Tyranids. Cryptmen, that's the whole thing. That would have been an interesting box set. Imperial Guard, the classic. Armageddon, Steel Legion troops. The list is endless. But Space Wolves, I'm so confused. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, all I'm saying is, as somebody looking to get into 40k, this set is a complete miss for me. And the thing is, the reason that's significant is because if the orc side had been just a little bit more, or there had been more value in the other side, so it would have actually sold on eBay, or, sorry, if anybody wanted it, because as far as I can tell, nobody does, apart from like one person, this would have been a purchase for me. And I'm somebody I use GW as my retail therapy. I would have happily bought this box, but there's just nothing in it. So anyway, a bit of a shame. This being Glass Half Dead, I hope you've enjoyed my little rant at Prophecy of the Wolf. I will say that I am still looking... Oh, one minor side note. I'm glad that GW learnt their lesson from Blood of the Phoenix. That was an insane price for nothing. Really. Yeah. Well, that's not fair. Anyway, that's a whole other video. Do that another day. Prophecy of the Wolf. I'm quite looking forward to see what they bring out next for 40k in regards to these big battle boxes, because you always get something interesting. You know, they're doing it now where this is where you get the new models. So whichever two factions they announce for the next box, you can almost guarantee they're going to get new models. Tyranids, come on. Give us a new character model. We want it. And they're not going to do Tyranids. Nah. And that's it. There you go. Glass Half Dead. Hope you've enjoyed my little rant at Prophecy of the Wolf. This has also been a little attempt, something I'm trying to do, a little bit shorter form videos where I don't edit them. Sorry about that. Anyway, Glass Half Dead. Hope you've had a good day, and continue to have a good day. Goodbye.